Are you trying to figure out what kind of growing medium to use for microgreens? Well, if so, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'll go over the pros and the cons of soil versus grow mats, all the components to look for in a high-quality soil mix, and a recipe for how you can make your own. Microgreens can actually be grown on a lot of different kinds of growing mediums, many of which don't even include soil. These would be things like fiber grow mats, synthetic grow mats, or even just in water using hydroponics. While it is very possible to grow microgreens on those other mediums, most professional growers prefer soil, and here's some of the reasons why. Soil mixes can typically be found locally, whether you're buying a ready-made mix from your local garden center or just the ingredients to make your own custom mix. Soil allows you to customize the depth in your trays and to use whatever kinds of trays you have access to, whether that's deep trays or shallow trays. Soil is also significantly cheaper than buying fiber or synthetic grow mats. And soil has a higher capacity to hold water than grow mats. And soil is easier to compost when you're done harvesting your trays. Many growers feel that soil produces better tasting and better looking microgreens. With all that said, there are also growers who prefer grow mats, and here are some of the reasons why. Grow mats are lighter, making trays easier to carry and move around. Grow mats are quick and convenient to use when you're filling trays. Grow mats are easier to store, and they take up less space and they're cheaper to ship. Grow mats have less of a perceived risk of pathogens. Grow mats guarantee a clean harvest with no risk of soil debris in the microgreens. Grow mats are sometimes preferred by chefs who want live trays, since there's no risk of spilling soil in their commercial kitchens. It's important to note that growers who use grow mats will often have to add nutrients to the water, since the growing medium doesn't have any nutrients of its own. And while this can work, it does add another expense for that additional input. Soil provides many functions when it comes to growing a quality crop of microgreens. First and most importantly, it provides a rooting medium for the crop to anchor itself and develop a really strong root system. It also has a high capacity for water retention, absorbing water for the roots and making it available to the plants. It provides pore space, which means it naturally creates tiny little pockets of air, giving the roots the healthy respiration they need. And something else that really distinguishes soil from grow mats is that it provides nutrients to give your crops that extra boost they need just before harvest. Soil also creates a natural environment for biological activity. This can suppress disease issues and contribute just to an overall healthier crop. When you're shopping for soil mix, you'll want to look for one that has really good drainage and a smooth consistency without larger clumps like wood chips or any other large piece of random organic material. A smooth, fine soil mix ensures you get good seed-to-soil contact and also makes it easier for the root systems to form without any obstructions. This leads to a full, healthy tray of microgreens, uniform in size and color. Some good soils to start out with would be HP Pro Mix, Sunshine Mix No. 4, or Happy Frog Potting Mix. We'll put some links for these in the description below. If you're having a hard time finding a local source for ready-made soil mix, you can also make your own. A good recipe for a DIY mix for microgreens is 70 to 75% coconut coir or peat moss, 20 to 25% perlite or vermiculite, and then 5 to 10% compost. If you do use peat moss, just remember that it has a low pH, making it acidic. So you'll probably want to offset that with some agricultural lime, getting that pH closer to neutral. The coconut coir or peat moss provides a great substrate for rooting and also has really good water retention. Perlite or vermiculite is going to provide you with good drainage and good airflow, and the compost provides the nutrition for your microgreens. In order to avoid issues with potential pathogens, make sure you're using a high-quality compost that's completely finished. If you take this extra precaution and don't overwater, have good airflow, humidity, and temperature, you shouldn't have any issues with disease when growing your microgreens in soil. Well, now you know what sets apart soil from grow mats, all the functions that soil serves for growing quality microgreens, what kinds of ready-made soil mixes you can use for growing microgreens, and even how to make your own mix if you prefer a DIY method. If you have any other questions about growing mediums for microgreens, please leave a comment below and we'd be happy to answer. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel so we can keep on creating this kind of high-value educational content. We'll see you in the next one. And from all of us here at Modern Grower, we wish you the best on your growing journey.